Okay, so kind of doing this guy deleted the chat. I'll do my best to block out names. So this is one of my listings I've had on Marketplace, and so my listing in the description, it's got the binder, it's got the pictures of the pages, it's got even like the collector's app breakdown, at least the first couple of pages. But even my description says, willing to sell whole binder, willing to piece out binder, willing to send pictures upon request. And it doesn't say send an offer. It doesn't say send me your best guess. And then even, I think it still also includes, will accept trade slabs only in my favor. Again, I don't know where trading has gone wrong. Trading, if you're wanting something from a seller, trading is never an equal one-to-one value. That's what the cash part is. I've got my price. We can negotiate. Let's not get crazy. We can do cash in trades. But again, at any point you start adding a trade, it's in my favor. Unless I, give you the clear going, you know what, nope, I do want that 100%. I agree with that. Why is it trading in my favor? Well, you're not giving me the full liquidity that I want and or need. And also the market varies. So you might be giving me something and by the time it gets to my hand and I relist it, or because I don't want it, I need to continue to get my liquidity, it may go down. So that's why trading is always in my favor for anybody who has something that they're trying to sell. I don't understand. And then sometimes I get trades that are below value. They don't even get to the value of what I have listed. So I definitely will never do below value trading ever. You shouldn't either. But so the point of this chat is, and you can kind of see things. I'm the blue bubble. Just, I don't know, I always get confused with that. I'm the blue bubble. This guy's the gray bubble. This is his very, very first message to me. We're kind of watching a miniaturized screenshot. This guy eventually did remove himself from the chat. This was back on July 8th, so I'm a little bit behind. I should have just done it from the start. I forgot that I can do videos of this. So for me, when people waste my time on Facebook Marketplace, they just become YouTube material. So this is not exactly how I would... His first message isn't super aggressive. His first message is kind of informational. So if you've never used TCG Player or Collector or any sort of other portfolio app tracking for your cards, sometimes you can get the wrong card in, which is totally fair. But this is his very out of the blue 100% first message to me. Just thought I'd let you know that you want to make sure to add the correct variant of each card. So his first message to me is a straight assumption that I've put in a wrong variant or multiple wrong variants or all of the wrong variants. Because the collector app for this binder that I have listed, the collector app is coming back like $1,900. And I listed it as $1,700 for the whole binder. And, then posted the collector app picture with the listing. Give him a thumbs up app. And I just say, which variant did I miss? I'm curious. I've made mistakes. I had to put in like 200 cards in the collector app individually for this binder listing. Right off the bat, this is probably one of the most expensive cards in the binder. It's a first edition Articuno. And he's like, you put it as holo version, but it's the non-holo version. Now, that's a bold assumption, in my opinion. That someone put in holo for a non-holo, that'd be a pretty big mistake. You could just, thumb in the wrong thing, I guess. Remember, this is a first edition holo Articuno. Not big bucks, but it's a $140 card, raw. And then continues, without missing a beat, the Snorlax you put is reverse holo, which would be from Legendary Collection. But if he read the collector app snapshot, it even says it's not Legendary Collection. That was Diamond and Pearl. And believe it or not, a reverse hollow diamond and pearl Snorlax actually goes for some decent money. So I think in the app it's showing up as like $80, which there is some confirmed solds of that Snorlax in that condition at $80. So, so far, all this person has done is presume the negative so far. And I start answering, so we'll get the screen rolling. That is the Hollow Articuno in the book. And sorry it didn't look like it in the picture, but the Snorlax was the one that got my attention, even though the first thing he messaged me about was the Articuno. I was just trying to be helpful. You have full list and pictures, so I really probably need to pay for it. It's not that pricey. It's just I don't like getting so many subscription-based things. I'd rather just pay once for things. So I don't have the export version of the collector app. So when I have things separate from the main portfolio, I can't export them. I can just send you my main portfolio, and that's not what I want to do for this. So I just, you have full list and pictures. That is the correct variant for a Diamond and Pearl Snorlax. It's not pictures. I think I screwed up with that. I had the full list, but I don't have Pro, so I can't export. I can, however, just send you multiple pictures of the list, because he wasn't getting the full list, because I only put like 1 or 2 pictures of the list, but I put the main one showing up the sum. And again, throughout my listing, it says, willing to send pictures, willing to answer questions. So far, this guy's asked 0 questions. It's just been assumptions. Again, all assumptions saying that I've increased the value of this. I even, as I said, I sent him some confirmed sold listings, to which he still retorts. That price might be inflated because of the lack of sales then. And he's talking about the price on the collector app. Maybe he didn't click on my eBay thing that I had just sent him. So the apps can be slow because they run averages versus current market. Best way to get current market is to use eBay confirmed sold listings. Now, obviously, that can get tedious going back and forth when you're dealing with thousands of cards like I do. So I like using these apps for overall tracking, trend setting, and then for my individual sales, I use eBay. And then we go from there. And then here's, as I said, I guess when I was saying pictures, that I was going to send him pictures. So I've sent him all the individual pictures of the breakdown of the list. That's what all this is. I just reply yep to his, the prices might be inflated for the Snorlax. I don't know what to tell you. I sent him a confirmed sold listing up above. Then he continues to again make another assumption, only ever in the negative. You have the Dark Dragonite listed as first edition. No, I do not. Maybe it's just photo stock. Gotcha. Which it was just photo stock. The collector app has a tendency to stack first edition cards with non-first edition cards for the picture. But you can just select not first edition, which I have it set as not first edition. He just received all of the pictures up above in the chat, so he should have seen that. But I guess he was in a hurry to, again, hit all of the most expensive cards in this binder to try and downgrade them. And going from a first edition Dark Dragonite to a non-first edition Dark Dragonite, it's a pretty big downgrade. That would cut the value usually in half just on raw. And here is I went ahead and did it for him. The homework, I sent a screenshot showing that it is put in as unlimited, not first edition. Your Slowpoke is showing like $90. Again, this is on the app. And yes, that is correct. It's a reverse hollow E-Series Aquapolis Slowpoke. E-Series cards are worth money. Eventually, this is where I draw a line. In terms of all this chat has been, yes, that is correct. I didn't hire a helper comrade. Because that's all this guy has done is send me, quote unquote, help. But not once in my description do I ask, I need you to let me know what the prices are or send me an offer. I still accept offers, but you better be close. Not this less than 50% bullshit. So I didn't hire a helper comrade. Okay, you want it sold. I was just trying to help. I had a little free time. Uh, if you didn't want my help, that's all you had to say. I didn't have to say that because I already said I never even asked for help, period. Saw the error with the inflated card, thought you might want to have another eye look at it for you. Good luck. I never said I wanted to help anyone in my description or posting or ever even messaged you asking for help. You started the conversation with an immediate accusation. Just want to let you know, you want to make sure you add the correct variation of each card. TCG Player is a stupid thing that is hard to get the right thing on. Then after I tell you about the Snorlax, I said I was just trying to be helpful. Again, he never assumed the opposite. He never assumed I put in the cheaper card. He assumed I only ever put in the more expensive card. I did start the conversation because I saw something that I thought was not listed right, and I just wanted to help you with it. It is a bad thing. I was trying to be friendly. I wasn't trying to be ass. I was just trying to provide insight. Why would you have me send you the whole list of cards if you're not interested in purchasing any? He asked for the whole list earlier in the chat because I thought that I could help. I know how TCG Player prices stuff out. That's it. Is it my place to try and help you out? Not really, but had some time before I go to sleep and thought I could. I buy and sell stuff all the time. You're just in Clarksville and I'm in Paducah, so it's a little too far for me. Never had any intention of buying anything. Or I think he did, but he wanted to see how much I knew and wanted me to drastically start lowering my price. Like all the corrections, air quotes, he sent me by changing them to a lower variant on those cards would have reduced the price so far by about $300, $400. All you did was try and lower my price on every item you called out. Not once did you make the opposite assumption. I was going with what I knew I could see. I would need the detailed information at the bottom of the TCG list with the cards themselves. Okay, well, thank you. I promise you I do not need assistance with listing Pokemon cards. To give you a full rundown of your collection, well, if you end up changing your mind, I would still be willing to help you out. Just message me. I don't know that helps me. I don't know how that helps me. Did you even take a look at my seller profile? If anyone, while I had that listing up, took a quick glance at my seller profile, I've got over 100 plus PSA graded cards on my Facebook Marketplace seller profile, several binder collections, and several raw cards, all and sealed product, all listed at eBay confirmed sold listing values, with all the correct lingo, information, and data points for all of my listings. Guys, if you take a second to look at someone's seller profile and they've got graded cards, and it's a bunch of graded cards, it's a good chance they did that grading, so they kind of know what is what. Yeah, just some slabs for the most part. I've just been in the game for a long time, not taking away from your experience. My only reply to that is same. Now, I did take a second to look at his profile. He does also buy and sell cards. I couldn't tell you how long he's done it for. From the stuff he had posted, he might be in like the $5,000 range in terms of how much product he had, which I'm not saying you by how much product you have, is an immediate knock on your expertise, but it's a lot less than what I have. So I didn't want to get into the dick measuring contest. I just left it at same. That's how this ends. My go-to with this, and hopefully this is exactly how you handle these people, and if you have a better way to handle these people, let us know in the comments. This isn't how you start this. Like, if this is his way of haggling, which I presume that's what it was, just all it was ever was downgrading cards, never at any point did he suggest the opposite. I can't harp on that enough. I don't think this guy's innocent. I think this guy's a straight ass. I understand haggling and negotiating your best price on Marketplace. That's fine. But there's ways to go about it. So how would I have gone about this? I would have done the message, hey, is this available? I'm interested. I probably still, let's scroll back. I I think this is okay as a first message. It's where he starts to get into these constant assumptions, because it's all the higher value cards, and it wasn't like really a question. He didn't say, hey, can you make sure that you have the right variants put in, or hey, are you sure you have the right variants put in, or hey, I think the price is fine based on what you've put in, but if I come in person and the cards aren't how they're listed, we would have to change the price based on that. That's totally fine. And one of the best things you can do with dealing with Facebook Marketplace is getting to your price point before you show up. And because you may get some people that list things completely wrong, and that does happen. There are people who either genuinely or are purposely trying to take advantage of people, list a first edition sealed Machamp for $2,000. You see it on eBay, you see it on Marketplace every now and then. Some of it's just complete innocent mistake because that's what they've been told it's worth, so they list it for that much. And then there's people who list it for that much hoping that someone who doesn't know, who might just be getting back into Pokemon, thinks, oh my god, it's a first edition Machamp sealed, Pokemon's worth so much money, $2,000. Okay, I see it listed on eBay for $2,000. Okay, yeah, you know what, I can talk this guy down to $1,800 maybe, save $200, it's great. Versus the guy who's selling the first edition base set Machamp, they're selling a $10, $20 card, maybe $30 nowadays for sealed. They're selling a $10, $20, $30 card for $2,000. I mean, they're making buku money on, even if they just make one sell a month on that. So, yeah, I wouldn't start with you have the wrong. I mean, this is almost like him straight saying you have the wrong variation, because he immediately starts going into it. Now, I did ask which variant did I miss. I figured maybe he saw one. But he starts going down a list, and again, it's all the most valuable cards that are in this binder. So that immediately, this guy's just trying to take advantage of somebody who thinks maybe they don't know how to work their app, and they're thinking that I'll panic because like, oh no, I put the wrong thing in the app, my bad. And then to ask for the whole list, but to air quotes, not have the intention of buying anything because they're too far away. They're not that far away. They're like 40 minutes. I'm willing to make drives for $500 products that are in the 40-minute range. I would argue most people are, if it's something that they are interested in. A $1,700 product that's $250 below collector app listing, and then we could still go down from there. I'm willing to go lower than my number. But then on the other side, which I'll probably delve into some chats that they haven't fallen off or been deleted, because when people remove themselves from the chats, they disappear. So this guy, luckily I had saved this. I would have liked to have saved it in a larger screen for you guys. I know you're seeing it in a smaller screen, but you should be able to see everything. I'm really surprised this guy has 5 stars. He's only got 13 reviews, so he could just have done things with his friends and they've boosted up his profile. Because there was never really anything super solid in terms of confirming the purchase, or this was all like he was almost kind of building me up, maybe not for himself, but maybe somebody else in the area. That happens a lot too. But don't do this. Don't start these messages. People think that's Facebook's already done the work for you. Just hit the hi, is this available? And then go from there. Create a conversation, and you can be quick with it. If the price is right and the card is right, and that's what I like about graded cards, they're easy to sell, they're easy to buy. He has this card listed for $200, PSA 8. I want it. Hi, this available? Yes, it is. I can pay $200. Where do you want to meet? I want to meet here. Meet you there when? Right now. Can do it. See you soon. PayPal or cash. Either is fine. Show up, complete transaction, and go your way. That's how quick a chat can be in terms of selling something. And then, of course, it could be a little bit longer if you want to negotiate. Again, same thing. Oh, PSA 8. I want this. $200. There's some confirmed sold listings for 170 to 180 on eBay. Would you be willing to do that? You might be going off of the listed price. That's the askings. Even send a screenshot. Here is the most recent confirmed sold listings of this item, the last 3 sales of it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I could do that. Okay, cool. So 170 or 180. And then I will meet you usually halfway point. Oh, I can do 175. All right, see you then. See you then. Done. You got your price. I got my thing sold. It was at the market that's currently going on. I can do so many videos on it. I don't want to just while we're on I'll end it here. While we're on the eBay confirmed sold listings, don't be the person who goes, oh yeah, I have a confirmed sold listing of that card that you're asking $200 for. I got confirmed sold listing of it, $70. And I almost always I will go, oh, can you send me that link? Can you send me that screenshot? And they'll send it to me, and they'll crop it in a way to where it has a picture of the item, somewhat of the descriptions they've had to crop it, and the confirmed sold listing price. I'll be like, oh, hey, can you include the whole data? Can you send me also the date of that sold listing? And they'll send me something, and it might be something that was 1.5 years ago. Pokemon cards are exactly like the stock market. You can't buy Apple stock what it was 5 years ago. You have to buy it at today's price. So ask for those confirmed sold listings if it's below your price and you've done your research and maybe you missed something, because I've got so many listings. I've got copy and pasted from my descriptions. This listing has probably been up for a while. The price might seem too high. The price might seem too low. Message me individually about this card. And since someone's showing interest in it, I'll redo research on confirmed sold listings that are recent on eBay, and we'll adjust the price from there. I mean, that's like my copy and paste description for nearly every last thing I post on Marketplace, as Marketplace isn't exactly the greatest selling platform, but it is a way to move product and to avoid a whole bunch of eBay fees. eBay is a great thing to use when you want to liquidate like that, but you're going to be paying quite a few fees. If you're not in a hurry, like I'm not, basic Marketplace is pretty good. There's a bunch more legwork into it, though. You got to be careful. Definitely some security things that aren't too great when you start dealing with higher dollar product. You definitely want to bring a friend or a plan. Some sort of defense mechanism is recommended. When I get into higher dollar items, I almost always do. And just know what you have listed on your Marketplace, people can see. So if you have a ton of high dollar items, you may not want to let them know where you live, because that could lead to some issues for you. Yeah, I'm going to end it there. I'll probably do a whole bunch more of these. I don't have a name for the series. I've done them in the past. I'll try and get better at them. I don't know, but let me know about your experiences, how you handle, what you think would be a better way of going about this, or being the other person and how they should have gone about it. And we'll get some more videos up. I re-emailed the person who won the giveaway recently. I gotta recheck my email. They didn't email me, but then I forgot to ask. They need to send me a screenshot that they're the actual winner from their profile view. Just sometimes people just try and claim other people's prizes. So if they're watching this, check your email, send me that screenshot. I'm going to check my email right after this, see if you did already, and we'll get that mailed out to you. Thanks. Bye.